Alright, it's crock pot season in Minnesota. So I'm gonna make the most amazing beef roast stew that you've ever had in your life. And there's a warning, if you cannot handle this, do not try this. It will change your life forever. Okay, now I'm on the stovetop and I've got my insert for my crock pot here. If you don't have that, just use a pan like I have over here. And the first thing I'm gonna do is I've got a bit of olive oil in there, probably about 3 tablespoons. I'm gonna throw in 2 big vidalia onions cut up into big pieces. I have 4 cloves of rough chopped garlic and 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. Give that a little mix, all mixed up. Now while I'm sauteing that, I'm gonna put it on medium, cover that, and then I'm gonna come over here and get my meat prepared. So I have basically about 3 pounds of stew meat, and it's just a grade that's got a little bit of caramelization on it. So let's prep that up. Now for the meat, I'm gonna just put a little touch of salt on there, a bunch of pepper, and a bit of flour. And then I'm gonna toss that all up. And in my other large pan, I'm gonna throw that in there on top of extra virgin olive oil. And then we'll toss that around a bit until it gets nice and brown. Meat is getting nice and brown. I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of tomato paste and then mix that up. Okay, the tomato paste is nicely mixed in with the meat. Okay, the onions and garlic are looking really nice. They're lightly caramelized, so now it's time to add all of the meat into them. Now I'm going to add 3 cut up celery stalks. I have 1 bag of cut up carrots. It's about 4 cups worth, and I like these ones. They're kind of fun, so I'll throw that in there. A little bag of baby potatoes. It's about 1.5 pounds. I'll pour that in. 1 can of beef broth. That's about 2 cups. And then refill your can with water. So that's 2 cups of water. Since this recipe is so amazing, there's a few secret ingredients that we're gonna need. I'll show you one right now in the oven. I got a platter of thick cut bacon, and we're gonna cut that up. Now here's that thick cut bacon that I baked in the oven. It's about 9 strips or so. I'm gonna break that into pieces real quick, and we'll add the bacon. 1 6-ounce container of little button mushrooms, 1 teaspoon of thyme, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and 1.5 cups of red wine. I'm using Merlot, and it's just a $5 bottle of wine. A shot of red wine for the chef. Prost. Na zdrowie. Cheers. Gintana. You talking to me? There was only this much in there. Okay, so that's all mixed up nicely. Look at that. The mushrooms and the bacon and onions and garlic and oh, everything looks so good. So now I'm just going to cover that and put that on the crock pot, and we'll let that cook on low heat for 8 hours. There's about 1.5 hours left to go, so I'm going to put 1/3 cup of red wine in there, just to give that a little flavor. Big pinch of pepper, big pinch of salt. We'll just steal a little bit of that broth. Put a heaping tablespoon, it's like 2 regular tablespoons, of cornstarch in there, and we'll mix that up. And we'll pour that in there, and mix that up really good. I have a can of white hominy. I'm going to open that up and saute that until it's nice and brown and crispy. Okay, I've got some vegetable oil on the skillet. We'll throw in the hominy. Alright, that's sauteed up nicely. And I'm going to add that. And now we're going to make some beef dumplings to put on top of the stew. We're going to use a cup of flour, good pinch of salt, big pinch of pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, 4 tablespoons of melted butter, 2 tablespoons of cream. If you don't have that, just use milk. And 1 egg. Mix that up really well. I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of instant beef bouillon powder. Mix that up really well. See, now we have like a beef dough here, so I'm gonna make that into little gnocchi sized pieces, and then we're gonna put that into the crock pot and let that finish cooking. Okay, here's my beef dumplings, and they're in ball formation, so I'm gonna put them on top of the stuff in the crock pot there. Okay, dumplings are sitting on top of everything, so I'm gonna cover that. I'm gonna cook those dumplings in there for about the last hour or so. You're gonna have to watch it. They'll be fine. I totally made this whole thing up, so. 1 hour later, so that is ready to plate up. Look at that. That looks so good. I cannot wait to sink my teeth into that.
Time for a taste test. And this is so flavorful and delicious. This is delicious.
Here goes. That is the most flavorful crock pot beef stew I've ever had in my life. Awesome dumplings. That is so good. Thanks for watching this. I hope you dare make it. Twin Cities Adventures, out.